Biden administration says it's providing cluster bombs to Ukraine in its fight against Russia. The Pentagon announced the move Friday, despite concerns from human rights groups and U.S. allies that the bombs will lead to more civilian casualties. Cluster bombs explode in the air over the target and drop dozens of smaller bombs over a wide area. President Biden told reporters he approved the decision because Ukraine is running out of ammunition. Americans may be dealing with more flight issues this weekend. Jim Forbes has more.
According to FlightAware, over 7,800 flights were delayed across the country on Friday. Meantime, over 700 flights were canceled. This comes after flight issues plagued the 4th of July weekend. Newark Liberty, LaGuardia, and Reagan National all experienced the worst issues. I'm Jim Forbes.
A Maryland teenager remains in custody as police investigate last weekend's deadly mass shooting in Baltimore. The 17-year-old boy faces firearms and reckless endangerment charges, but has not been charged with shooting anyone. 2 people were killed, 28 injured at the South Baltimore block party. 3 victims remain hospitalized. The Northern Lights could be visible across 16 states next week. Michael Kastner has more.
University of Alaska Fairbanks Geophysical Institute is predicting high activity of the aurora borealis on Thursday, July 13th, across Canada and much of the northern U.S. The forecast says a colorful light show in the night sky will be visible as far south as Indiana and from Maine to Washington state. The best time to see the northern lights will be from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. local time, and the best place to see them will be in rural areas away from city lights. I'm Michael Kastner.
An intense heat wave in the southwest could break some records this weekend. The National Weather Service says southern Arizona is under excessive heat warnings, while fire danger is critical in the northern part of the state. Brad Siegel, NBC News Radio.
Hey, summertime is finally here, and as traffic increases, the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety reminds all road users to pay attention and watch out for each other. Following the rules of the road and these simple steps can help save lives. Buckle up every trip, every time. Put the phone down if you're driving, walking, or riding a bike or motorcycle, because safety is a shared responsibility. Enjoy your summer and be safe, Kentucky.
The Kentucky Department for Community-Based Services is hiring. DCBS invites you to be part of an inclusive team of caring professionals that helps all Kentucky families through a rewarding career in family support or social services. They have job openings in their county offices across the state and offer great benefits like hybrid work schedule, competitive salary, paid holidays, and many opportunities for training and promotions, plus state employee discounts. Go online to chfs.ky.gov and enter DCBS jobs in the search field. It's a new day at DCBS. Join them, an equal opportunity employer. MFD.
Helping military and veterans families. Fisher House at fisherhouse.org.
Wall Street closing Friday with stocks lower. Natalie Migliori takes a look at the numbers.
All the major averages slid after June jobs report showed an uptick in wages and a decline in unemployment. The data added to fears that more Federal Reserve rate hikes are likely. At the closing bell, the Dow Jones lost 187 points, the S&P 500 shed 12 points, and the Nasdaq fell 18 points. I'm Natalie Migliori.
The Justice Department has spent over $9 million investigating former President Trump. That's since the appointment of Special Counsel Jack Smith in November, according to the first release of public accounting of his expenses. Smith is working on investigating Trump's alleged efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election and for allegedly keeping classified information after he left the White House. A U.S. Army financial counselor is being indicted for allegedly defrauding 24 Gold Star families. Lisa G. has more.
41-year-old Kaz Craffey, who's also known as Cars Craffity of Colts Neck, is being charged with wire fraud, securities fraud, making false statements on a loan application, among other charges over survivor benefits. Attorney General Merrick Garland said stealing from Gold Star families whose loved ones made the ultimate sacrifice in service to our nation is a shameful crime. In addition, Homeland Security Investigations Newark Special Agent in Charge, Ricky Patel, said Craffey allegedly took advantage of these families during a vulnerable time of grief.
The latest installment in the Insidious franchise is off to a quick start at the box office. Insidious: The Red Door made $5 million at North American theaters from Thursday's previews. It's expected to make around $25 million in its first weekend. Meanwhile, the raunchy comedy Joyride made just over $1 million. The R-rated film is projected to make between $7 and $9 million over this weekend. Brad Siegel, NBC News Radio.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. In the United States, a vehicle is stolen every 32 seconds. With July being National Vehicle Theft Prevention Month, Danville Police is reminding you on what you can do to prevent your vehicle from being stolen. Park in well-lit areas. Close and lock all the windows and doors when you park. Put away your valuables. Do not leave keys in your vehicle. Don't leave your vehicle running, and remember to lock your vehicle every time you walk away from it. The Heart of Kentucky Kids Regional Collaborative is hosting the Ready for Kindergarten Camp. The camp is designed for incoming kindergarten students from Boyle, Danville, Bergen, and Mercer County school districts. Each camper will be served 2 free meals a day, and spots will be filled on a first-come, first-served basis. It'll take place from July 24th through 27th. You can register your incoming kindergartner by going to Heart of KY Kids on Facebook. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Summertime, 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 summertime.
We're all ready for some summertime fun and at a big deals price. Go to Beach Band Park and Splash Lagoon Water Park with admission tickets just $25 at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net. They're determined and dedicated to providing safe, clean fun for all guests this summer. Beach Band has rides for everyone in the family, including the nationally recognized Kentucky Rumbler wooden roller coaster. There's the whole family ride, the Wet Adventure down the Whitewater Express. And there's plenty of fun at Splash Lagoon Water Park. A day of summer fun, plus included with your admission ticket, you get free parking, free sunscreen, free tubes, all at Beach Bend Park in Bowling Green. Just a 2-hour drive away, so get ready to pack up and go to Beach Bend Park with admission tickets just $25. For a full day of fun in the sun, go to hometownlive.net and click on Big Deal.
So shop now!
Shop now, buy now. Also, Pioneer Playhouse tickets now available.
Wait, hold up. Did you know DQ has great taste all wrapped up in the tasty chicken wraps? Are you brave? Can you handle the heat? Then you should try the new flamethrower wrap, a really hot value. You'll melt with delight by choosing a barbecue chicken melt or buffalo chicken melt. Choose any of the 4 items for just $1.99 for a limited time. In addition, DQ has a new dipping sauce you've got to try, Chipotle Ranch. Plus chili cheese fries are only $2.99. Hot deals for the month of July. Slip into the Harrodsburg DQ on North College Street where happy tastes good.
The WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by Coel Collision Center in Danville on Lebanon Road. After a wreck, tell the tow truck driver to take your vehicle to the experts. Coel Collision Center.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. Partly sunny, high of 86. Showers and thunderstorms likely tonight, cloudy with low of 66. Scattered showers and thunderstorms Sunday, mostly cloudy, high of 78. Scattered showers and thunderstorms continuing Sunday night, partly cloudy, low of 61.
Welcome to Gardening with James. Learn how to start your own garden, grow your own food, and live a healthier lifestyle. Food can be a medicine for the body, or it can cause high blood pressure or other health issues by not eating right. This show is packed full of tips and information, as well as special guest interviews from around the country, and is designed to make gardening simple, fun, and frugal for the whole family. Call James with your questions and problems now at 734-4321. Now, let's go in the garden with your host, James Ross.
All right, here we go on another great Saturday morning. Weather's pretty good this morning. Come out in a t-shirt, so that felt pretty good. It's been a little warm here lately, but things aren't too bad compared to Texas and some of the other places around the country. So I'm not going to complain too much. But like I said, today's going to be a good day to get out and visit your farmers markets and buy up the fresh local produce and other things that they make. They have, a lot of places have food that they cook, the burgers and some steaks and some other things that you can purchase from them. So just get out and try to enjoy that today, and because this week has been another busy week for me. Trying to finish up projects and trying to start new projects and all those kind of things, but it's going to work itself out. Today I'm going to kind of take it easy because it's probably going to rain this afternoon, thank goodness. I'm not going to complain about the rain because every now and then I need a break. So, and when it rains, that's the only time I get a break. So hopefully it'll rain for 2 or 3 hours a day and give us about an inch of rain. Watching the news the other day, they were saying that Kentucky is in our area. We're not in a drought anymore, so that's a good thing. All right, let me see. Got a phone call here. Gardening with James.
Hey, James, it's Kurt real quick.
Hey.
How are you this morning?
Good, and you?
Doing well. Yeah, we're not in the drought right now, but I tell you, in our little area of Mercer County, we got the hail out there, and let me tell you what, it beat the living daylights out of my squash. Last week I was telling everybody how it's coming on like gangbusters, but I didn't mean for the hail to come in there and whip it down into a little puppy. But
oh
my
man,
goodness, it's bad.
Well, because I've seen pictures like on Facebook and different places where friends of ours who live in some of those areas where the hail was coming down, and I hate to be outside, running around trying to hide from it because it's going to whoop you up all the way to the house.
You'll get a few knots on your head.
Oh,
Won't
man.
be from that knuckle from your parent either.
Oh man.
Yeah, we the last hailstorm we had, I think it was in 2017 or somewhere right around there. I tell people, because I still drive the same car,
Mm-hmm.
looks like somebody set their 3-year-old on there with a ball peen hammer and let him go to town on it.
Wow.
But it still runs good, so
Oh,
you ever see an old Sonata running around with a whole bunch of little dings and dents on it, that's me.
Right. Yeah, I got a '89 GMC. It looks like it's been through it, but I'm like you, it still runs, and I have no complaints about it. And the only payment I have is when it breaks down every now and then.
Yep, and I try to look at that as a payment.
Yeah, that's right.
So 2 or 3 months out, anymore when you have to have somebody service it for you. As far as payments go, could run over $1,000 here and there. So
Yeah.
always try to have a little bit of money as backup.
Yeah, because right now the rear end on my axle in the truck is starting to rot out. So I've got somebody who's going to take the cab off of it, going to weld it back together, get it together. So, but they've worked me a pretty good deal. So, having an old truck and versus that payment that you have to make every month, I'll take it.
I hear that. Yeah, I got an F-150, and it's the support beams across the bed of the truck need to be reinforced. There, 2 of them have rotted out pretty good.
Right.
Salt and weather. But you can't beat a new truck when it comes to an old truck.
Right. Yeah. So I'll never complain about it. I'm like you. It does what I asked it to do. Because I call it baby. Come on, baby, it's time to go. She fires right up. And takes me where I got to go. And if I need to fill up the back of it, she allows me to do it and takes me where I got to go. So it's worth it.
I hear that. Listen, I appreciate you supporting the farmers markets on the radio, and everybody get out there and buy from your local people because, I don't want to say it's conspiracy theory, but you never know. Even when you go to Walmart or Kroger's or Save-A-Lot, or sometimes they're out of things,
Yeah.
And sometimes the farmers market's out of things too. But you got to make those connections so that when they are out of things, you can go there to your farmer, and it may not be there today, but it'll be there soon. Because we want to grow what people want, and so I try to do succession planning of some certain things just to make sure it's fresh all the time.
Yeah.
And,
hey, could you explain to folks what succession planning is?
Oh, sure, no problem. That's when you have something that you've planted in maybe a pot or those little trays to go in right after you take something out of the garden, so that you're always producing and your soil biology is always happy.
Yeah. Because once you pull it out, like I said, stick something else in, like I said, to give you another shot at it. And depending on what it is, like I said, you might be able to plant a couple of times before the season's over.
You're correct there, sir. And sometimes some things you can even start now for the winter. And I've overwintered several things here without even covering them. They don't do real good as far as growing like they do now in the wintertime because the days are so short. But it's like an ice box or a crisper, you know. It stays at that level for you. Mm. And if you have enough of it, you can go out there and get some during the wintertime. So spinach in particular, some herbs. I did Swiss chard this past year, and it stayed there through the winter. So there's some different cold crops that'll make it through there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know, your cabbages and your broccolis and all those kind of things that like that cool weather.
Yeah, help me out there. That's a great idea. Yep, broccoli and cabbage. And carrots, I'll tell you, carrots really get sweet in the wintertime. Something about the cold weather makes the roots produce sugars, and there's nothing like a homegrown carrot in January. If you can find somebody who's got them, oh man, you're lucky.
Yeah, because like I said, a lot of those fresh things, they disappear, but they still end up in the stores. You know, where they gotta ship them from no telling where, 300 to 500,000 miles just to get them, keep them in the stores during the winter. Right. But if you can find a way to have a contact, that can call you, hey, look, I got some great carrots or whatever it might be, midwinter. Yeah, you got to get that phone number from those from the farmers and folks that are growing stuff, because no telling what they might have during the winter.
Exactly. And, to pre-plan for stuff like that, you can't, I don't want to say you can't, but it helps to know who would be interested, because there's a lot of planning that goes into that. And if you don't plan enough, you're not going to have enough. And if you overplan, you're going to end up composting some stuff there too. So it's a chance, just like in the springtime. Like, what the hell? I didn't plan on that happening.
Right. Right. Well, they've been talking about hail for a while, but like I said, I'm just not used to seeing hail, mid-spring in the beginning of the summer, that you're getting beat up by it. So you just never know.
Exactly, because I thought we were out of the woods with that happening, and lo and behold, it caught me by surprise. I wasn't home at the time, but when I got home, I told my wife, I said, I wish I would have taken a picture of those squash plants yesterday, because they're gone today. All the leaves
right.
beat down. And
yeah.
The only advantage to it is I'm seeing the insects in there now. It's easier to spot the vine borers and squash bugs.
Well,
There's no place for them to hide.
I've been seeing June bugs on my eggplant. Here for the last couple of weeks, and I go out and look up, and they're nibbling, because something's always nibbling at my eggplant. But I went out there and it was June bugs, just having a feast.
And that's one of the insects' favorite foods.
Yeah. So I'll keep fighting them, but because I have mine in a pot. A nice sized pot, and but it's grown. I've got at least 2 now that are in really good shape. I should be able to have eggplant parmesan here in the next, maybe a couple of weeks.
Oh, lucky you! Hey, I'm gonna have to rely on somebody here at the market to get me some, because I got big ambitions in the early spring, but I never even got my seeds started. So
right.
But
all right.
Anyways, listen, you have a wonderful day, and I appreciate the time.
No problem, man. I'll get back with you.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. See you. All right. I tell you what, let me get my break out the way, and I'll be right back.
Love gets better with B&L Jewelers.
Buyer beware. No matter what you're in the market for, it's buyer beware. This is Lauren from B&L Jewelers. Every day we see people come into B&L Jewelers and want us to look at the great deal they got online or at a discount jewelry store. Usually, the item they bought is not really what they thought they were getting, which leads to disappointment.
Love gets better with B&L Jewelers.
Here at B&L Jewelers, we try to educate you on the diamond you are buying. So when you give the gift of love, you have all the confidence of your decision to buy from B&L Jewelers was the correct one. We back up all of our jewelry with a lifetime guarantee and a trade-up policy, which you will receive full credit of the purchase price for your diamond in the future. As always, we offer special financing and 6 months free layaway. Come and see us here at B&L Jewelers today in the Danville Manor Shopping Center.
Love gets better with B&L Jewelers.
We're so excited. Nice weather's here, and we're going to wet our plants. Buddy Beaver here. Mulch to Go now has Rock to Go. Yes, we've been busy little beavers and expanded to add landscape, rock, sand, topsoil, compost, and more. We have a wide selection to choose from in both bulk and bags. Stop by Mulch to Go for your landscape needs from pine nuggets, pine straw, cedar, cypress, and playground chips, too.
Mulch to Go opens at 9 a.m. Monday through Saturday. Call 859-715-7575. They're located in Harrodsburg on the corner of 127 and Beaumont Avenue. Mulch to Go.
Mulch to Go.
Hunger does not discriminate. It impacts the elderly woman who greets you at church, the little boy who sits next to your child at school, the working mother who cuts your hair. In fact, God's Pantry Food Bank is providing food assistance to 1 in 7 people in central and eastern Kentucky. You can help us in the fight. For every $1 donated to God's Pantry Food Bank, we can distribute 4.5 meals to people in need. To find out how you can help, visit godspantry.org or call 859-255-6592.
The WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by Horn Home Supply, a trusted name for quality service and a fair price for over 40 years. See Matt Horn at Horn Home Supply in Harrodsburg, South College Street.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. Partly sunny, high of 86. Showers and thunderstorms likely tonight, cloudy with low of 66. Scattered showers and thunderstorms Sunday, mostly cloudy, high of 78. Scattered showers and thunderstorms continuing Sunday night, partly cloudy, low of 61.
Welcome back to Gardening with James. If you have questions, feel free to call the station or email spreadingcompost@gmail.com.
All right, we're back in the garden, and we've been talking about a little bit of everything, but having hail come through, this time of the season, throws everybody off. But I've been watching it on the news where these storms are bringing the hail, and like I say, it is beating up plants. So you have to, keep your eye to the sky and make sure that you're paying attention to the weather when these storms come through, because you just never know what you're going to get, because whether people believe it or not, we're going through climate change, and so we just have to always keep an eye on what the weather's doing, and try to, if you know it's coming, you might be able to cover up, some of your plants, because I know some of the plants have gotten beat up for sure, and there's a bug for every plant, so you're always trying to keep up with the changes that are coming. So but keep at it, as you learn to garden, or even if you're a seasoned gardener, you may find some surprises that you wasn't ready for, with the different weathers, the different storms that are coming through, because we've had a lot of wind storms, crosswinds, and all kinds of different things on your plants, and your homes, and on the trees. When it comes to those trees, like I say, don't just go outside and look look around your flower beds. Look up in your trees and see if you see any trees that are hanging, that are broke or something like that. So this way you can call somebody and have them fix that. There's a tree that, almost every day I see this one tree where one side of there's a huge branch broke off during one of the storms, and there's still another branch that's going up. And what scares me the most is this branch is leaning towards the house, of whose house that might be. Makes me nervous every time I go by there, because all it takes is a nice sized windstorm to come through, and that branch would be laying on someone's house. So pay attention to your house, your neighbor's house. if you see where they're, where they may have some type of danger, you want to make sure that you're, keeping aware of what's going on in your neighborhood, because, I hate to see, somebody have to lose their home because they weren't able to, or didn't notice that there was a branch in there, just like Constitution Square, the apartment that's next to it. During the last storm, like I say, the park did pretty good, but the trees from the neighboring apartment complex, one of those branches broke, and they still they came in and they cleaned up one, but you still have another branch just laying up in there, and it's probably about 10 inches thick, and it's probably about 15 foot long, just laying across some branches that need to be taken down, which they haven't done yet. So, like I said, pay attention to what's going on in your neighborhoods and your drives, to and from work, if you're passing through neighborhoods and different things. So, stay weather-wise, and everything will be okay. Let's see. I was going to talk about some bulbs, but didn't have time. But like I said, because now that I've got my little seed collection, I've probably got about, I think it's 35 different types of seeds, flowers, and I've got some bulbs now. I've been slowly but surely buying those. Like I say, and a lot of these bulbs that I've been buying, they're only like, you get 5 bulbs or 6 bulbs or something like that for under $7. So, and several of them I got, where, you get 3 bulbs. For, say I've been trying to, buy some asters or some hostas and different things, something different that most people, you can't buy, in a store. So I'm usually trying to find those kind of things, and I'm looking for bulbs for the shade, bulbs, some of the bulb, flowers, for the sun, trying to mix it up. So this way I can have a nice little variety, and like I say, $20 here and $20 there makes a really nice collection. So go online and look up those bulbs. Just be sure that you put zone 6. So this way, you know that those bulbs do fine. Don't buy flowers from Florida, that live really well in Florida or Texas or something like that, where our temperatures are a little bit different. So so keep out for some of those deals. $20 here and $20 there, you can make your yard look really well. Just like somebody who went out and spent $1,000 on, they bought it in a pot, for $20, and you bought the bulbs for $3.58. Only difference is you just have to be patient. And a lot of those bulbs will come back, and that's what you want, because the money is in perennials and bulbs that come back each and every year. So, like say, if you spend $20, for your bulbs, like I say, you're gonna get a good deal out of that. And there's a lot of great deals out there, so you want to make sure that you're taking advantage of those deals that are out there. Like say the fall planting bulbs, or people are starting to buy those. But like I said, but when you buy them, like I say, the whole idea is to to be able to watch them, each and every year come up. Like say, if you've got your bushes and your shrubs, and those are also fine, but just be careful how much money you spend on them. You don't want to spend, $80 on one bush or maybe 2 bushes. See if you can't find something that you can spend, say, $20 on a bush, and then 3 or 4 months later, see if you can, find that same plant, spend another $20. So try to, make your yard look really well. Like I say, keep those vegetables growing, because we still got plenty of growing time. So, well, my time is about up. Talk to you folks next week, and take care of yourself. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Gardening with James, Saturday mornings on WHBN 99.5 FM and Tuesdays